Hi, everyone. Good day, good afternoon. It's great to be back at SaaStock. It's my third time here. Last two times were before COVID. And we are super happy with Gartner and Gartner Digital Markets to be back as a platinum sponsor for this event. Okay, so we have a lot of good information to share with you, and we have a great program. We'll be reviewing the results of our most recent survey on the regret buyers, software buyers. And so I hope that you will get some interesting insights and actionable insights from this survey. So can you just tell me who in that room works for a SaaS company? All right, okay, all right, that's the majority. That's, of course, what we're expecting. So again, I hope you will get interesting and actionable insights after that meeting. If not, come to see me. Okay, so I am Thibaut De Lataillade. I'm French. I'm the second Thibaut of the afternoon, and I will try to be on time. We have, so I'm GVP, Global Vice President for Gartner Digital Markets, which is a division of Gartner. You probably know Gartner for the Magic Quadrant and many other things. And so Gartner Digital Markets is made of 4 marketplaces: Capterra, Software Advice, GetApp, and Upcity. And altogether, these sites are helping the software buyers, software and services buyers, to find the right technology. Okay? So we have around 100 million visitors every year coming to our sites to, again, select the right software and technology. So when we ran that survey, that I will now review in a few moments, but you all have leaflets with the key highlights on your seats. So we've been really surprised by one number, which is these 60% of software buyer experience regrets. This is unacceptable. Now, that's a lot. 60% are not happy with what they are doing now, with what they are selecting. So, again, if you want to get the full survey, just use you can flash this QR code here on the leaflet that you have on your seats. But so we would like, we wanted to understand more and understand the regret factors, understand why and what are the consequences of these regret, and how we can limit it, obviously. Okay, but first of all, 60%, what does it mean? What's represent in terms of dollar or euro? And so we look at the total purchase in IT for software now in the world, and we apply this 60%. It represents 500 billion euro, which is more or less the GDP of Ireland. This is huge. No? And again, this is not acceptable. We are not doing a good job, all of us as an industry, if we are not able to satisfy better or buyers. Okay, so the survey that we ran in July of this year involved 3,500 respondents globally from now US, but many other countries in the world, companies from a lot of different industries, from 5 to 10,000 employees, and up to $1 billion in revenue. All the respondents were screened to ensure that they were involved in software purchasing process. Okay, otherwise it would be meaningless. Okay, so the first result that we got from that survey that we want to share with you is that and it's not a surprise, the software buying journey is complex and challenging. Is complex and challenging for all organizations of every size, in all locations, from the problem identification to the solution exploration, to building the requirements, building a scorecard, preparing an RFP, then selecting the right suppliers, and then purchasing. It's super complex, okay? If you disagree, I'll be happy to discuss it with you after that presentation. Facing these challenges, we wanted to understand, then how will buyer really buy and handle this process? So, not surprisingly, 96% of the buyers are starting with a list. I guess you are doing the same when you are buying a new car or whatever, something significant in your personal life or for your business, starting with a list on a piece of paper, on Google Sheet, whatever. But what is really surprising is that 89% of the buyers will buy off of the same list. No? And 4 products, 4 brands in average are on that list. Okay? So you can imagine my next slide. If your business is not one of the very few on the initial list, well, the train will leave without you. Now, your product may not even be in the consideration phase. So that's a big challenge. Social proof, customer reviews, is the #1 source that buyers use to build that list. Okay? It's not a surprise as well. They want to feel reassured about the product that they are buying. They want to read real-life experiences from other buyers in a similar industry, maybe in the same language, maybe from the same company size, no? To understand and to get an idea about the quality and the reliability of the product and the vendor. So this is super important. And here, of course, we can help you. Capterra, GetApp, Software Advice on our sites. We can help you collect reviews in different countries, in different languages, in different industries, and so on. So come to see us on our booth if you want to get more there. Customer reviews are important across all segments, small, mid-size, small enterprise as well. But even more interesting, 86% of the businesses say that verified reviews are important and are used across the entire buyer journey. This is this red line here. So from the start of the journey to the selection and to the purchasing phase, reviews are the most important source of information and the most important thing that buyers will trust. No, even more, or at the same level as product trials or product demos at the very end of the buyer journey. So, what we learned so far: 96% start with a list, 89% will buy off of the same list, and 60% regret within 12 to 18 months the decision they made. Okay, so first reaction of this might be, well, okay, it's a buyer's fault, no? If they are not using and making the right decision. Well, okay, maybe you're right, maybe we are right saying that, but it will not help solve the issue, no? So it doesn't solve the issue, and again, if you are not on the list, well, your product will not be considered. So we wanted to look at the top factors that cause regret among the respondents, and we identified vendor-related and buyer-related, product-related, factors. So looking first at product-related factors, first one is a higher than expected total cost of ownership. Then it's slow or difficult implementation and integration problems. Obviously, the TCO, the total cost of ownership, is very important in the decision. No? Buyers, at least for significant purchases, will prepare a return on investment plan, and if the cost is much higher than what they expected, the ROI won't be met. So, and the TCO goes beyond the subscription fee. It includes everything, the implementation, but also the operating costs, the training, support, and so on. Okay? So, not surprisingly, again, that the total cost, and again, I include here implementation and integration, and are the most important product-related reasons. But if we look at the vendor-related reasons, so the #1 is the end-off between the sales and the implementation, the mismanaged expectation, and the fact that in many cases the vendor over-promised and under-delivered. Okay? So let me also give my personal experience. I've been in SaaS companies for 15 years. I sold a lot of SaaS products to in different industries. And for sure, I mean, this resonates a lot to me because when you are in selling a software, I mean, you want your product to appear at its best, no? So you tend to minimize the difficulty that, well, the buyer may face after they sell and in implementation or integration or just, having the product live in their organization. You may also, and I think I can remember a few times where I said to a potential customer, yeah, that product is not here yet, but it's going to be in the next version, next roadmap, okay? So over-promising and under-delivering, it's something that we probably all face also in this industry. Okay, so how do buyers react if they regret their purchase? No? They are, of course, it's first, I mean, the regretful purchase usually leads to the loss of the customer, that's obvious. But there is a period of time where you can probably act, no? Which is when they start sharing with you or with the vendor that they are not happy and that they have an issue. So that's a time where you can, try to remedy the issue. Or where the buyer will try to renegotiate the contract, saying, okay, I didn't get the value I was expecting. Now give me something back. Or they will try to, they will ask you to replace a product by another one that you may have in your portfolio if the one that they had is not the right one. But in many of the cases, they will just stop the relationship with you. They will request a refund. They may cancel the contract. And the first answer that we got from the buyers is that they will replace the technology with another one from another vendor. 33% of respondents say that. That's a lot. So again, relationship killer, obvious. We look also at the result by geography. If your company is operating in many different countries, it's interesting to see that the level of regret may vary. So these are averages, of course, but we see much higher level of regrets, for example, in India or the UK than in Brazil. Okay? It's also interesting to look at by industry, and we were surprised to see that even in tech-savvy industries like financial services and even more IT, the regret rate is super high, more than the average in these industries. Okay? We also look at these information and the data by software type, no? By category. And no one is exempt here. All categories get, I mean, very significant regret levels. Whatever it is, I mean, no, HR, sales, construction management, EMR, they all get very high regret levels. So, what can be done differently to avoid regrets and reduce churn? So again, we looked at the data from the customer point of view, and we asked them directly that question. Regretful buyers realize that they should have clarified the goals at the outset. It looks obvious now, but here again, I would like to share a personal story. In a previous life, I've been involved in buying marketing automation software. And so the objective was, okay, well, let's have the marketing and sales team work better together and deliver now better segmentation, more targeted campaigns. But it was not enough. We never really define the outcomes now that can be improving customer loyalty or the customer engagement and so on. And so by not doing that, we didn't know where we are going. Of course, if you don't know where you're going, you're very unlikely to get there. So that's the number one reason. After there are the two other reasons mentioned are around stakeholder management, no? Involving stakeholder at the right moment, but also communicating right to the stakeholder, making sure they are aligned with your objectives. Obviously, if you are not aligned with your own objectives at the beginning, that would be a disaster with the other stakeholders. Performing a security review is also a very important factor that regretful buyers shared with us. Many of them did not perform that. And of course, if you do it after the purchase, your IT department will not like it, or security department will not like it at all. And of course, I like a lot this last one, regretful buyers realize they should have updated or changed the initial list of vendors. Now, that list of 4 that they had at the beginning. Now, if they keep it from the day 1 to the last day of the purchasing process, that's not great, okay? So, we also wanted to identify from the data of the survey the regret warning signs, okay? So we have identified 7 that are, again, generic across the panel that we have identified. First of all, teams from a single non-IT department usually experience more regret, plus 18% compared to the baseline. Businesses that spend more than 5 months in the purchase phase experience more regret. Younger businesses, smaller businesses, fast-growing businesses experience more regret as well. Sole decision makers experience more regret. And businesses who fail to use comparison sites experience more regret. Okay, maybe if they now took the time to go to Capterra, Software Advice, or GitHub, they will not have that bad experience. But obviously, these regret signs are based on the total and the average of these survey. But you can identify in your data the regret signs from your existing customers, or the one that have left, the one that are struggling with your product now. And you may identify something now. In a previous experience as well, I was working for a small startup, data visualization, fantastic solution. So first years we got, huge sales growth, and then after huge churn. And we realized in looking at the data that the companies that were not implementing the solution in the first 2 weeks had like 3 times the likelihood to churn than the others. So looking just at that, understanding that, helped us to remedy and to find a solution. And so we implemented an activation service to make sure that they will start immediately using the product right after signing the contract. And it made a big change. So from your data, again, you can find a lot of information. What are the possibilities if we reduce regrets altogether? Buyers will get more value from their investments first, which is probably our mission. And vendors, you will secure also customer satisfaction. So that's a win-win situation for everyone. My last slide, key takeaways. Be on the list. Be where the buyers are. Don't let the train go without you. Collect reviews. They matter a lot. And again, reviews for different use cases. I'm sure on your products, you have different use cases. You need reviews to support each of them. From different industries, from different company size, different languages, they all matter. I'm French, I prefer to read reviews in French, for sure. Okay. And we can help you doing that. We can help you on Capterra, GitHub, and Software Advice. Be transparent on your TCO. It's tough, but being transparent will reinforce also the trust that the buyers will have in you. Now, if you are able to share everything on the cost, of course, of the license, but then all the hidden costs, it will be a valuable investment for the future. Understand these regret warning signs and act on them. Again, the signs that make sense to you, that you can identify from your data, from the patterns that you've seen in the last years, and help buyers define their goals and desired outcomes. So this is probably one of the most important, difficult to do, but also there you have a lot of experience with your existing customers. You know why they use the solution, you know the outcomes that they get, and if you can now use them in the sales cycle to make sure that every single buyer has a very clear understanding of the outcome, that will help you a lot and potentially help you reduce churn. Thanks a lot. If you want more information, come to see us on the site, on the booth, which is just here in P3, and feel free also to, to scan again into these QR code to get the full survey. Thanks a lot, and have a great day, great end of the day.